I personally think that gaming disorder should be classified upon further I now think that gaming disorders should not be classified as, oh my God, yeah. Ooh.
Hey everyone, welcome to GameGorgon. My name's Indigo.
And I'm Krug.
Today we're going to be talking about the decision to no longer consider gaming disorder an actual problem. Before we get into it though, we're going to actually ask you guys, please make sure to hit the like button and please hit subscribe. It really helps the channel. And if you guys can, share it so that more people can see the content.
Also, while you're down there, you can check out a link to a video that we did previously on this subject, talking about why people want to consider gaming disorder an actual mental disease, a mental disorder. So you can check that out down there as well.
And we had some problems with it back then, as well as some positives of why we thought it was a great idea.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go into what's going on.
In January, the Entertainment Software Association, which is a not a governing body, not like an official government organization, but it is, I'm going to say a lobby group because there's
it's a self-organized group that was made to
further the interests of people that create entertainment software like video games on mobile phones and blah blah blah. They came out and said that by classifying gaming disorder as a legitimate mental disorder, that it trivializes real mental disorders.
Screw you.
Which is, there's so many problems with that. But before we get into the problems with that, we're going to talk about the issues that they have with the classification. Michael Gallagher of the ESA had a couple of things to say about it aside from trivialization. For one, he said much confusion remains about what gaming disorder actually is. I don't necessarily agree with that.
I mean,
the definition.
I don't disagree with him, but I super don't agree with him.
The definition of an addiction is pretty broad, right? It's just you do something to the point where it negatively affects your life in a set number of ways over a set period of time. Why can't that just be the definition, but with gaming? I don't know. He also said that the quality of the evidence base is low, referring to the evidence that people can actually become addicted to video games. I don't agree with that. I'm not a mental health professional, but I mean, I've seen it in my life. Like, it's not a thing that doesn't exist for people.
I get that, like, our experiences aren't considered to be scientific fact because
of course.
We're seeing a very small
Sample.
group of it.
Yeah.
So I get that.
And we don't know anything about like comorbid things and like how that can affect how somebody seems to be addicted to gaming, but it might be the cause of something else. So I understand again that I'm not a medical professional and I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm just saying it doesn't seem like he's wrong. It'd be very difficult to convince me that he's wrong or that he's correct. What did I just fucking say?
I don't know.
It would be very difficult to convince me that he's correct. He also mentioned that formalizing a disease in order to improve research quality neglects the non-research based ramifications, which
kind of contradicts what he previously said. Like, the quality of the evidence is low. So by categorizing it, it's going to increase the quality because people will be able to research it, but then it's going to then turn around and hurt the not. Like,
but I feel like this is the thing that I agree with, right? I feel like this is the thing that might actually have a foot to stand on, because I do feel like if it was a formal disease, people might overreact to like what their kids are doing, maybe. Because that's what happened with the whole violence in video gaming thing, right? When violence in video game was the buzzword in the news, and it kind of is becoming that way now. Again, it got parents into like this weird place where they were very, very sheltered and like not really seeing things reasonably, and I don't want that to happen again.
I mean, and this could be like difference of thought, but I would rather go, oh my god, and then release.
Sure.
Versus
absolutely.
whatever. Oh my god, that was killing people. Like,
no, I'm super on board with that. I'm not saying that that's a valid reason to not do it. I'm just saying I get where he's coming from.
Sure.
It's at least a reasonable thing to say, as opposed to the rest of the stuff, which I don't find very reasonable at all. He also mentioned that robust scientific standards are not yet implemented, to which I say, duh, it's not a disorder. That's why you make it one, right?
It kind of goes back to what he just said.
Yeah. He also mentioned that moral panic might be influencing formalization and that formalization might lead to more of it, to which I say, you've already said that. If you want to see more quotes, you can check the link in the description. I'm going to call out one more quote, though. This one right here, where he basically says that the process for formalization isn't transparent enough, and then in the exact same sentence says that the process is flawed. So I don't understand, like, if you can't see the entire process, how is it that you're going to call the process flawed? You're missing parts of the process that might fix the flaws that you're calling out. Do you not understand that?
I mean,
You said something
he has an invested interest. The company has an invested interest in this not going in.
Yeah, so the ESA's like self-proclaimed goal is that they are here to serve the business and PR interests of organizations that distribute entertainment software, which is fine. You can have those goals. But now you're getting involved in a medical discussion. Now you're getting involved in a discussion that has absolutely nothing to do with you or the people inside of your organization. Not only that, but the people inside of your organization almost certainly have absolutely no right to make any sort of comment on any of this unless they've gone through it, in which case they don't have the right to talk to the medical professionals about whether or not it should be adopted because they've just experienced it. They don't have the like medical background to discern whether this will be helpful. Or if they have medical degrees. If they do, then you can send me an email and I will publicly apologize to you as though you care.
I mean, I have such a problem with it. Like, we kind of joked at it in the very beginning that like they kind of threw money at them. Like, we don't know if there was any sort of, but they do stand to possibly lose money if this becomes a disorder because people will be sheltering their children because they don't want their children to get addicted.
And it's not,
and that could cause companies to lose money, which isn't going to help them. So I get why they want to push that out, but it's super not your place.
No, like, it's not even, and it's not just it's not your place, it's you're inserting poisoned opinions into a discussion about the quality of someone's life. F you. I don't know what else to say. Just that's not how you.
It's tobacco companies getting involved with research about whether or not tobacco causes cancer.
Exactly.
Like,
it's like we did an independent study,
yeah,
and we discovered that our products don't cause cancer, and everyone's like, yeah, you can go shove that where the sun don't shine, buddy.
Yeah.
We've reached out to a handful of developers just to see if they're willing to talk about this at all, asking them a couple specific questions. 1, do you have any relations to the ESA? 2, do you believe that the ESA is making a valid point here? And 3, regardless of your answer to number 2, do you feel like the ESA has a reason to be involved in this discussion in the first place? If we get any replies, we'll let you guys know what they say, and hopefully they all say no, no, and no.
Why don't you guys head down into the comments and let us know what you guys think about this whole entire situation. Do you think that this is hindering people's mental health, or do you think that this is an overreaction? Let us know. While you guys are down there though, hit the like button if you liked the video, hit the dislike button if you didn't like the video, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed so that you can help us grow. We're halfway to 1,000. Come on.
We're more than halfway to 1,000.
I know, we're like 523, so yay.
We're 55 million subscribers.
Nope, that's not how that works.
Dang.
But we could be there one day if you hit the share button. If you all hit the share button, share it on your Facebook. Go like us on Facebook. We're QueueTimes Gaming. Go to the website, which is QueueTimes.com. All of those things help us greatly.
But don't all go at the same time because it'll crash.
You guys can reach me on Twitter at IndigoQT. You
can also get me on Twitter at
QueueQT.
I was going to say _QueueTimes. You can get both of us at _QueueTimes. We've been GameGorgon. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.